she's on a stool, because it would be, you could do it from up here, but this is a lot in front of somebody that's trying to come forward, right? So we're much better off in a stool, on a stool in this situation. So, if they need assistance in doing a low boy, you are gonna want to use the arm if you can, but it's not going to be the focal point of the transfer anymore. If they need assistance with other things, then you're probably going to safeguard the arm either just probably in like the crook of the lap, because we're still going to want them to use this one to kind of advance themselves if they can. So if this arm is, you know, even just a trace, I'm not going to be able to give the support to help with the transfer and manage the arm. Does that make sense? So the best we can do in that situation is to protect the arm. So we always want to keep it in front of us. That way if it falls, we know it and we can stop and put it back. Because if we try to leave it out here and she can't use it and it falls down in there and she moves, it's just very difficult to manage all of it at one time if you've got both hands on them assisting them with the actual transfer. Okay? So you're going to get in here nice and close, and you're going to control the knees again, because the whole point is for them to pivot on those feet. Go ahead and come out a little bit. Okay. You want feet flat on the floor. The whole point is for them to come forward. And we've already done all of our sitting balance. And did we do a specific activity to find out if they can handle this or not? We did. We did. So those things aren't arbitrary. They're there to gauge how the person is going to do in this situation before we put them in this situation. So you want to get and make sure your things on the bottom of your rollers are situated properly, and you want to get to where you're kind of squeezing to keep those feet together, because when she comes forward, just like in the bow bath, these are going to be her pivot points. And again, you may have to readjust based on what the weight feels like when it comes forward. If it feels uneven, if it feels like she's going to shift forward at any point or any time, say, okay, let's sit back up. I need to adjust myself and say, okay, now I need to be like right here because you're really, really coming forward. And I love that because that's going to make it much easier. Okay, again, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You would much rather do that than to lose somebody in the floor. I couldn't pass it up. So, because this is her weak side, I'm actually going to kind of start. I'm going to have a hand up here on this scapula, which, you know, that's her good side, so I'm not really worried about exactly what I'm touching, but that's going to allow me to like kind of pull her in that direction if I need to help over here, to help unweight to pull, right? So this is kind of your handholds. And then I would give her instructions ahead of time, because again, I'm not going to spoon feed her through anything if she's a neuro patient. I'm going to let my hand underneath her do the talking. It's going to gently pull her in the direction that I want to go. This hand is gently going to pull her forward. I'm going to tell her the goal is that we're going to get in this chair by bending forward and scooting in that direction. Okay, ready?
Want to use this hand?
No.
Okay.
Now, did you know exactly what I wanted you to do by my hands? That's facilitation. You don't have to speak. You give initial instructions, And you don't need cues other than what you're making the body do. The body does what you want it to because you're telling it. You're just not telling it here. Make sense? Okay, so practice those two.